A young Singaporean man's addiction to Kpods, illegal and dangerous vape pods, has left his parents in deep financial trouble, with a debt of over $30,000. His father, devastated and desperate, has stepped forward to share the painful journey his family has endured, hoping that by doing so, others can avoid the same heartache. The father, who wished to remain anonymous, revealed that his son, in his 20s, started vaping in January last year. But within just 1 year, his physical and mental condition changed dramatically. From a strong and healthy young man, his son became pale, thin, and looked lifeless. His hands trembled, his eyes were blank, and he sometimes had to hold on to walls just to walk. The father even showed photos to the media. The before and after difference was shocking. Things went from bad to worse when the son began borrowing money from licensed moneylenders. In total, he racked up more than $30,000 in loans, each one about $2,500. The loans were not used for school or emergencies. They were to fund his vaping habit and daily living. Eventually, the debt collectors came knocking, sending letters to the family home. The father and mother, heartbroken and feeling helpless, decided to use their savings to pay off most of the debt, hoping this sacrifice would push their son to change. But addiction is not something that disappears with just a promise. Although the son went for counseling in March and promised to quit, he relapsed multiple times. In fact, in March alone, the father found more than 20 vape pods hidden in his son's room and on his body. No matter how many were confiscated, the son would return with new ones. Things became so serious that the father even quit his job in March to stay home and monitor his son 24/7. During that month, there was some progress, and they saw a glimmer of hope. Encouraged, the father returned to work in April, but shortly after, he discovered that his son had started vaping again, secretly and in full relapse. Adding to the nightmare, the father shared that during Chinese New Year, his son was beaten up by a vape seller after failing to pay for his orders. The seller allegedly told him that if he couldn't pay, he would have to work as a runner to settle the debt, essentially forcing him to become part of the illegal vape supply chain. The threats escalated. Strangers even came to their home and took photos of the front door, clearly trying to scare them. The father said he's at his wit's end. He doesn't even dare report his son to the Health Sciences Authority, fearing the heavy fines would land back on the family. His bigger concern now is that Kpods, these so-called zombie pods, are ruining young lives and tearing families apart. He's calling on the government to crack down harder on both the sellers and the buyers of illegal vapes. He said, "If I knew who was selling them to my son, I would definitely report them." This story is a painful wake-up call. Behind every illegal vape sale, there could be a family in crisis, a parent losing sleep, a youth falling apart. So the big question is, are we doing enough to stop this from happening to someone else's child? If you are still here, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel, 2230.